is my 2001, I think it is, or is it 2002? I don't even remember. MR2 Spyder, or MS, how they call it in Japan, or MR2 Roadster here in the UK, and I think MR2 in the rest of Europe, with the exception of France. This is side body kit. I'm not 100% sure if this body kit is original or if it's copy, simply because I bought it secondhand. It had valve side logos all over the place stamped, which makes me think it could be original, but according to people, because it's heavier than the original kit, it's not original. Anyway, it doesn't really matter for me though. So I'm running these two forged wheels, 17 by 9 in the back, ET15, and 17 by 8 in the front, ET20. The fronts are 235 45 17s and the back are 255 40 17s, with both sets, front and back, are Michelin Pilot Sport 4. At the front of the car, it's not really interesting. I had this bonnet basically bolted in, as you can still see on the right hand side. At one stage I decided how would it look if I put fiberglass putty and tried to make it as a one piece, which I tried on that side. It isn't great. I had to sand it, I guess, a bit more, but I tried and see if it looks. Then if I like it, I will go and continue this process. That's basically a homemade under tray, which covers the hole underneath of my bumper. Unfortunately, because I had to raise up the car, you can see it's a bit of a dent. But this is HDPE, pretty strong, very durable. And it's mainly to protect the underneath of my bumper in case if I scrape. That's a little camera that you see there, so it's not really interesting. The lights are just original lights. I cleaned them up a tiny bit and made some stupid lines over it. I think it looks pretty cool. Like you can see, the fitment of this body kit isn't great. However, I'm thinking of getting this body kit completely replicated in carbon fiber, or actually carbon Kevlar, because carbon fiber is too expensive and carbon Kevlar has that kind of cool looking gold shine to it. So that's why carbon Kevlar, but I have to save up for that because it's pretty expensive. But it will make the car lighter, and we can make the whole front a one piece clamp that you put on, and maybe different lights built into the whole section and stuff. So that's kind of an idea about it. Then at the back of the car, the reason why that's white is because I had to repair that section, and it's not great, but it doesn't matter. I had to repair that section because I cut some slices in there, as you can see over here, about 2 years ago, to make chassis mount wing. Didn't really go so well. Never had bothered to fix it. Fixed it now. That's why it's looking like that. And the car's plasti dipped in matte black. I ran out of plasti dip. Haven't had a chance to fix this. Back of the car, on the valve side, that whole section is covered. I cut it out. I think I like the open look more. License plate keeps moving. This exhaust is welded by a local company. Not looking the best, as you can see. But it's airtight, and that's the most important at this point in time. These lights are pretty cool. I especially, these housings actually I got from England, and then the tail lights I ordered from the US. I will turn them on in a second so you see how they look. However, they have red indicators, so I had to make these tiny ones here, but they work, so it doesn't really matter. So when you turn the car on, lights look like this. They are pretty cool. They have kind of like a 3D effect in them, which is pretty awesome, I think. The interior of the car isn't great. Seats are broken. I have a K-tuned replica shifter with an original Honda gear knob. Well, not original, because I think the R is different, so I don't know. But yeah, that's the gear knob. I have no radiator. the wires are hanging out. But it doesn't matter because I will buy a new center console and it will cover it all. I have no heating in the car at the moment. I have a power tune digital display, which I will show you in a minute. Motor Max steering wheel. AM, AFR gates there. Some switches which are for my underglow, which is, you know, not really interesting. So yeah, that's really the interior of the car. So what most people care about is the engine. So let's open the engine bay up. So here's my engine, which I put in the car myself, and then I sprayed this, and you can see with the purple details, because if you follow my channel, my car was purple before. And you can still see my boost here, which is something for next year, hopefully again. But yes, this is an original JDM K24 RBB 3 or 5 or something like it. It's a pretty new one, but it's still the first one. So the one with 10.5 compression, not the one with 11. So 197 horsepower, 232 Newton of torque, with a 3-inch cold air intake and a Ram stack overflow filter. Going to 74mm throttle body from Tegiwa with a thermal gasket, an AN8 Fuel System, all the way from the back of the tank to here with the gauge, the GFB gauge. I had a Turbosmart before, but I swapped to GFB and filter, and then the catch can, which only actually feeds the back, not the valve cover yet. I have the ports, but I haven't finished up doing that at this point in time. I did the wiring myself. As you can see, I got this stuff to get it all wired nicely compared to the original loom in the back over there. It's not great, but it works and it has no problems at all. The exhaust, I will show a bit here. So this is basically how it sits, the exhaust. So this is a 200 cell cat, because I did want the cat in the car for MOT reasons, really. Other than that, I don't really care. Some wiring crap as well. Then I have Meister R coilovers, which is 7 clicks from the softest setting on both the front and the back, by the way. So yes, that's really my car. It's not really interesting for most people. People think it's cool. This manifold, by the way, is a 1320 Ram horn manifold that I got from the US, which has been great so far. It's only connected by the 2 springs actually, because we had to cut it and everything, but it doesn't matter because everything is tight. So in that case, it shouldn't make a difference really. That's my car, but that's not the point of this video. I just wanted to show you what my car is and how it looks. However, today, well, actually not when this was filmed, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to Dyno and I'm going to take Qubit. So when I turn on the car, what I have to do, and this is pretty annoying, I have to turn the key once, right? Then nothing works, but the only thing that actually works is my display, which will be powering on in a few seconds, will actually power up. Well, hopefully. There we go. So with this display now powered up, I have to turn the key again. This will turn on everything else. My wideband, it will show the sensors that are connected to the car, my voltage, my AFR, which isn't correct, and just have to wait till the AM heats up. So with my sensor warmed up, I actually have to start the car twice. So first I start like this, and it won't do anything, right? Then I wait a few seconds, and there we go. It's a weird thing, I don't know why it does that. Really, I have no idea why. Anyway, in idle, this car is great. It makes almost no sound. It doesn't wake up the neighborhood. Even with a 3-inch exhaust, it's not loud at all. But yeah, that's idle. So I have to move my car. So we'll go in reverse here. So you can kind of hear how it is if I, you know, just drive it a tiny bit. So reverse is still fine, as you can see, but you can hear the exhaust banging. But also you can hear how much louder it is now. So basically this is 2500 RPM. I won't do more because it's so early, but it's not really quiet. So I made it the first 20 miles. And from now on it's just inside road really. I don't know if you can hear me because this car is so loud. So I'm not sure about how good this is. But yeah, it's just basically all inside road now. So I should arrive in the next 20 minutes or so. Well, I'm here. So at least I survived. Oh well, the car survived so far. Here, as you can see with all the Civics and the Hondas. So I'm here at TypeTwo to get my car mapped. Here are the numbers so far. It's the one with 201 and the 163. So I'm on my way back. We haven't finished yet, so this is the end of day 1. It's day 2 and back at the dyno, making some changes. And it's sunny today, lucky. We started off with 170 wheel and then 141, and we finished with almost 200 at the wheels and 185 torque, which is pretty nice. So I'm back home with the MR2. It all survived, and yeah, so those were the numbers. I actually got my plastic tab in. I'm not sure if I make a video about that though. It's nothing interesting, just have to patch it up a bit. Anyway, got everything in, got the dyno done, and I'm so happy. It drives, for me personally, it drives spot on, exactly how I want the gears to be, exactly how I want the power to be, and where I want the power. That's the reason why I had turbo in the first place, because I wanted to give gas without shifting back all the time, and that was turbo fixed that problem. But with the tune done, it actually worked. I can drive 40 in 6th gear if I wanted to on the motorway, give gas, and I get up to speed without no problems at all. So I'm very happy with the tune. Like I said, it's 251 Newton of torque and it's 200 wheel horsepower. So shout out to Michael from TypeTwo. He's just outside Lisburn, Belfast area, here in Northern Ireland, and he's the best Honda tuner you can find on the island. Even if you come from England or anything, like, he's like pretty much the best. And I'm so happy with my tune, and I can't say anything more than that. It drives amazing. Power wise, don't get me wrong, I still have to do handling stuff, but power wise is exactly the way I want. So thanks for watching, and since I have the dyno done, let me know what else I should post.